I don't really remember them being 97,008 people there. You know, you look around, but the noise wasn't that deafening. It was mainly boos anyway. You know, that's what I'd learnt to experience in my time playing footy, was if there wasn't a good boo coming your way, well, you weren't involved, so that was important to get involved early.
Looks towards Langdon. Use the body.
I think the first thing that some of those senior Geelong players tried to do was ruffle the feathers of, again, you know, quite a few young blokes.
In a pressure cooker situation, right from the word go, but that's natural.
I just felt that physically they had prepared themselves for a full-on assault early. They wanted to hurt us early, and I think to a certain extent it did. Yeah, I remember going down and saying g'day to Gary Ablett, and I think I had Woosher on one side and I was on the other, and I got a nice chunk of his hair that day. And you never knew what Gary Ablett was going to do. He was one of those sort of players that he'd surprise you.
Still Mainwaring back to goal. Langdon with great courage. Manufactures a chance for Evans, who kicks a goal.
I remember diving at the ball, and I think it was McGrath almost kicked my arm off, which was the broken arm, and I was able to just knock it out. And fortunately, you know, Evo was there and obviously was able to kick a goal. The second one was just in a pack down low, and again the little fella was cruising past.
Langdon a chance to give it away. He does. Evans can make amends, and this time he makes no mistake.
Mick started on his war stories in the build-up to the game. He always used to tell a good war story, Mickey Malthouse. Now at the end of that war story, he gave us this A4 piece of paper. I've still got it. And it had an army insignia on it, and underneath it had the words "Death before defeat." Death before defeat. But the next thing I remember, it's half time. You know, you've sung the national anthem, the game gets underway, we're under pressure. Half time, come in, we're down. I remember going back to the locker, taking my mouth guard out and opened up, and there's that bloody A4 piece of paper again with the words on it, "Death before defeat, death before defeat." Of course, history tells the rest of the story, because we were able to, in that second half, to go out and win the game, and I still think to this day that it was for the fear of, like, mini Hitler, which was what we used to call Mick. So he used to fire up, and with that mo, and he was very intense. He had the vein going in the neck that, you know, it was like that Mick Malthouse was going to kill us if we didn't win. That's what we felt like. The game and the challenge and the goal is to win the premiership. We'd just achieved the ultimate goal, and that was to win the grand final. To be the first outside of Victoria too, I think was something very special, because, you know, the whole build-up prior to was us against them, and everyone was behind Geelong. And then I remember going up and getting that premiership medal. Still got booed. So, yeah, nothing had changed.
He loves it.
And I think that boo that I got was their way of sort of still showing their respect, because they know that's what I expected. I think if there was a day that I went across and started to be nice to everyone, they'd sort of start to ask questions. I think I'd probably crossed the floor, probably changed.